Lots of people have speculated this for a long time, but now is it coming true? Truly, has Meghan Markle dumped the one-time royal Prince Harry? Really? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to see you today as ever. Yes, that is one of the big breaking stories coming out of London today. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because I don't know about you, but I see a lot of these gossip magazines. You know, the ones where you're queuing in the supermarket and you look at the outrageous headlines they print about not just the royals, but, you know, celebrities. And you think, how did you get away with that? You know, how could you possibly put that on the front cover? I love it particularly when they pair a celebrity, say, of a breakfast TV show and they claim they're at war. They're not at war at all when you open the magazine. It could be over something like who ate the last croissant, but of course it's drama, isn't it? This particular drama though is really unfolding, and it all centres upon the one-time royals known as Meghan Markle, a former cable TV actress, and of course the royal sometime known as the Duke of Sussex, otherwise known now globally as Prince Harry or Hazza, depending on which one you want to believe. And this particular story truly all centres on the fact that it looks like Harry and Meghan are going their professional split ways, at least for the time being. Let me explain, and do stick with me on this because it's an important story. As we now all know, they raked in all of that money from the audio streaming giant Spotify. They made one very short broadcast over a year ago, and that was it. Now the producers have come in and pushed forward and basically have announced that there will be a podcast from the ex-royal couple. Now, what we can tell you is that it is simply going to be just Meghan on this occasion. Now, a lot of reporters around the world have got this wrong, and as ever, we can bring you first and exclusive the inside track on that. The reason why they've decided to split both Meghan and Harry up is because, of course, they're going to look at the revenue streams driven by each individual. And now, if you're a bit like me and a bit of technophobe, let me explain that. Basically, they can rate them. So, you know, if Meghan does better than Harry, they'll make more with Meghan. And if Harry does better than Meghan, you get the picture. But more importantly, it also gives them more revenue stream. Why lose two of your alleged top stars that you've paid a lot of money for when you can get twice the money for people tuning in, even if they only make one podcast now moving forward? But also, here's where the story gets interesting and where a lot of people have missed out on this particular story as ever in the mainstream media. Let me explain. The reason now it's going to be called simply Meghan is because Meghan's going to be interviewing some movers and shakers from the world of, well, empowerment. I'm not sure exactly who she's going to get. People will be expecting the likes of Michelle Obama, perhaps even the current First Lady, and of course, you know, bigger people like that. Don't expect to see Melania Trump on there. Oh no, even though she did a lot for charity, she will be bypassed, rest assured on that. But what we can tell you first and exclusive here on the show is that Prince Harry will be involved. His role will be that of executive producer of the Meghan podcast. Oh yes, and likewise when he does his podcast, finally for Spotify, she will become his executive producer. Quite what they both know about being executive producers on podcasts is beyond me, but of course it's a great selling point. And remember, you heard that here first. But moving forward, if you are a fan and you can't wait to hear about what Meghan's going to be talking about of empowerment on a podcast, we are assured from Spotify that we should hear something sooner rather than later. Now, how about that for your treat of the day? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.